Signs that you may be the root cause of the problem in your relationships. If you're having trouble keeping a relationship alive, you may well have a huge role to play than you realize. It's natural to feel like you're choosing the wrong partners after a succession of failed relationships. Reflect on your actions to see if they contribute to the issues, especially if you notice these signs. 1. You're a hothead who starts most battles. Starting conflicts with your partner isn't generally a bad thing because it allows you to express your thoughts. If you're the one who causes every fight, you might want to reconsider how you conduct yourself. Consider enrolling in an anger management course or learning to slow down and relax. 2. You have ceased all communication. If you frequently give your partner the silent treatment or walk away from them, you may be engaging in relationship-killing behavior. It isn't limited to fighting. If you're not healthily expressing your emotions, you're probably causing huge issues. 3. You are unconcerned about your relationships. It could be a significant problem if you don't feel involved in anyone you've dated. People can tell when they care much about a relationship than the other person does, and they ultimately give up. Successful relationships take time and effort, so if you're aware that you're not matching your partner's needs but can't find the motivation to work on yourself or the relationship, you're a primary contributor to the relationship's failure. 4. You delegated all of the tasks to your partner. It's easy being a taker without knowing it. You're not a true partner if you're repeatedly asking your partner to do stuff for you as well as bring you things while never doing anything in return. At least once every day, try doing something loving and kind, no matter how small. 5. You believe your partner is beneath you. When you believe you are superior to your partner, you will grow contempt towards them and put them down. You'll make your partner feel insignificant. A person can only tolerate such heinous behavior for a while. It's terrible once you believe you're the bomb and that your partner isn't. 6. Behavioral management. Manipulative behavior is particularly harmful, and it frequently worsens over time. A controlling partner will try to persuade their companion that the rules and guidelines set around them are in their best interests. Such harmful conduct can lead to dysfunctional relationships. 7. You refuse to accept responsibility for your actions. Whenever you can't say I'm sorry but rather criticize your actions on somebody else, your relationship is doomed. When everything is always your partner's mistake but never your own, you may be biased or illogical. 8. Having unrealistic expectations. Most women have unrealistic expectations when it comes to a romantic partner. Setting high expectations has the disadvantage of making your partner believe that satisfying you is unattainable. He'll eventually give up and end the relationship, and you'll blame your partner for it, even though you were the one who failed to set realistic expectations in the first place. 9. You're social media obsessed. Your partner will feel insecure and intimidated if you constantly share indecent images about yourself or flirt with your ex-boyfriends. And, surprise, surprise, surprise. This type of behavior also gives the impression that you are insecure and thirsty for attention. 10. You've got friends in your ear whispering to you. If your close friends are always telling you, you can do so much better, they could be ruining your relationship. Consider whether or not this is a recurring occurrence. How long do these close friendships last? You may cease listening to your loved ones. 11. You wish for him to improve your character. You trust your partner to make you a better person, but you are the only one who can motivate you to improve. You blame him for your mediocrity and lack of achievement. However, the fact is that nothing he says or does can drive you. It's important to realize that every relationship is unique. What is a turn-off for one couple could be something that another couple is ready to work through. Many issues can be resolved with time, devotion, and professional assistance. Consider a breakup as a chance to grow and learn from your flaws. 12. Backing away. It's always uneasy to handle a problem head-on, and most people struggle to have unpleasant conversations. While it's easy to make excuses like I do not want to talk about it, these discussions are frequently the only way to resolve a disagreement. That is especially true when it comes to maintaining a healthy relationship. If a couple fails to communicate those problems to not stir things up, resentment and stress will grow. Acknowledging the truth is a rough but crucial step in building a good relationship. 13. You can't seem to get over anything. It's probably due to unresolved insecurities. Your relationship will gradually crumble if you do not forgive. When you say you're finished with something, you should mean it. Share your thoughts and feelings with your partner to find a solution that works for both of you. 14. Looking to change your partner. Trying to shape your partner into your idealized version of a perfect partner isn't fair. Handling one's partner as a project instead of a person can end in disaster in the long term. Seeking to change core parts of your partner's personality is a recipe for disaster in a relationship. 15. Acute paranoia. If you're continually scared that your partner is cheating on you or intends to leave you, this may be a reflection of your relationship fears and concerns. It's difficult not to get nervous in relationships sometimes, but it may also be destructive. 16. Extreme jealousy. Jealousy is incredibly harmful if used as a cause to be possessive, hostile, or controlling. Jealousy that seems out of control might reflect a lack of trust, which is poisonous in any relationship. Regardless of how you or your partner deal with the emotion, jealousy can be harmful. One can be the root cause of problems in their relationship, for example, when they are sad about their partner's accomplishments. When a partner achieves more, they may feel left behind, and instead of supporting the partner, they may become envious of a promotion or a raise. 17. Low self-esteem is one of the most common problems people face. "I'm just an idiot, how is it that you are with me?" you always say about yourself. It is a symbol of low self-esteem, and some people don't like hearing that they love someone who isn't worth anything. They might give up on you and end things with you if you keep pulling yourself down. 18. Flirting can be more painful than you think. Innocuous flirting can be valuable to relationships, but it becomes foggy when you step out of line. Many relationships fail as a result of a partner's flirtations. Instead of devoting effort and time to their partner, people flirt to gain attention elsewhere, which indeed is a recipe for disaster in a relationship. If you find yourself blaming your partner for practically everything, you're probably the source of your relationship's issues. Keep a watch out for these troubling patterns of behavior, which may indicate that you're the primary source of conflict with your relationship. Why then are you causing strife in your relationships? Most negative habits stem from a fearful mindset. There are 3 types. The overwhelming fear of being rejected by one's loved one is known as the fear of desertion. Things will be going well until they suddenly feel overwhelmed with insecurity and fear that their partner may withdraw, ignore, or abandon them. There is also the fear of engulfment or the worry that your partner will become overly invested in the relationship. They expect you to meet all of their requirements. You assume the role of being their entire universe. Fears of intimacy, often known as the fear of getting too near or intimate in a relationship, are common. It's associated with a refusal to be open with your partner and reveal your true self. Each of these phobias can be traced back to childhood traumas or events, which leads to the second root cause. A childhood traumatic experience threatens a child's life or bodily integrity. For youngsters, physical or sexual abuse, for example, can be highly traumatic. Childhood trauma does not have to be experienced directly by the child. Observing a loved one suffer, for example, may be incredibly upsetting, and children who struggle to establish healthy ties to guardians are prone to problems with romantic relationships later in life. What can I do to quit thwarting my relationships? This condition is related to an ingrained fear that we are oblivious of frequently. The majority of self-destructive behaviors are unconscious, making them difficult to change. It is not, however, unachievable. Breaking the cycle can be accomplished in the following ways. 1. Take a close look at your deeds and attitude. Once you notice you're becoming agitated, check in with yourself. Try to be aware of how your reactions while you're irritated. Look for trends in your present or previous relationships that lead to a breakup. You will be able to reframe your views after you grasp the rationale for your conduct. 2. Recognize and understand your triggers. Knowing what sets off your worries will help you avoid them or attempt to eliminate them. It could be words, acts, or even geographical locations. 3. Extremely clear communication. To have a good relationship, we must communicate our boundaries. It's critical to converse with the people in our lives about what is and is not acceptable to say and do to us. When borders are known, There will be less room to hurt each other or misperception. Bearing the bounds of the ones we love about in mind and recognizing them will help us realize what might set them off. 4. Respect for one another. It is a give and take situation in relationships. Be mindful of how much you're asking and receiving from others around you. For the relationship to be worthwhile, there needs to be the right balance of giving and receiving. 5. Boost your self-confidence. A woman who is confident in herself and loves herself understands the value she contributes to the relationship. She is optimistic about the prospect of the relationship because she trusts her ability to form love bond. The most effective strategy to stop ruining your relationships is to believe that you are deserving of your boyfriend's affection. 6. Always seek relationships with the prospects to be rewarding. Finding someone suitable is the most straightforward approach to avoid a breakup. Rather than jumping at the next best opportunity to be in a relationship, have a serious discussion with your sweetheart to know just what his objectives are. 7. Allow yourself to let go. Letting go, especially of past moments in life, can aid in the formation of good relationships. Practicing to say, "That was then, this is now," could assist you in making judgments based on the now instead of reacting rashly to the past. 8. Make yourself available to others. The reluctance to discuss your thoughts and emotions is one of the features of intimacy phobia. You tend to avoid having these conversations since talking implies feeling, which you want to steer clear. It's critical to be gentle with oneself. The first step toward breaking free from self-destructive practices is to seek treatment or simply a sympathetic ear. It's not easy to be open and allow the other person to see this aspect of you, but inviting them in could assist you to shed those ingrained behaviors.